This segment of Organization Motivation is brought to you by JK Lumber.
We're here today at the Oneida County Bar Association, and I'm with the bar president, Elizabeth Snyder-Fortino. Elizabeth, thanks so much for having us.
Great to have
Betsy,
you. Thank you.
we all call her
right.
Betsy.
No, thank you for coming.
So, what are we going to do to help you today?
You're going to save us. No, hopefully we're going to organize some of these shelves here. We have so many records going way back that I think it just kind of gives that visual clutter that you often talk about.
Yeah. Physical clutter definitely breeds mental clutter. So I know that we have Diane. We're going to interview the executive director in a few minutes. But this is, her open office, and we want to make this a little bit more organized for you. So tell us about the Bar Association. What do they do? How many members? Give us the history.
Okay, all right. Well, basically we're approximately almost 450 members, and we do so many things for the community and for the members of the Bar Association, other attorneys. As new attorneys become admitted, we encourage them to join our association so that they can hopefully be mentored by other attorneys, past presidents. We have several committees that work actively in all different areas of practice, whether it be estates and trusts, elder law, matrimonials, you name it.
Well, I hope that we can make this a much more organized space for you and a calming space for you so that you can have your board meetings.
Yes.
Thanks, Betsy.
Yep.
Well, we're here with Diane Davis, who is the Executive Director of the Oneida County Bar Association. Diane, thanks so much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited to help you get this place a little bit more organized. But I want to hear about you. How long have you been with the Bar Association?
This is my 24th year.
Wow. Yes. So you have seen a lot of changes over the years, I bet.
Yes. Especially with technology.
So I know when we talked to Betsy earlier, you have about 450 members. What is your interaction on a daily basis or weekly basis with the members?
It's constant. We have many continuing legal education programs. I coordinate and facilitate all of that. The phone rings every day from the public, from attorneys, a lot of lawyer referral.
The other thing we were talking about is you do monitor and handle all the continuing education credits. I know that's a lot. With that many attorneys, that's a big responsibility. So one of the things we want to do today is help you get a little bit more organized and make it more efficient for you. Okay, ladies, so here's the plan. We talked a little bit about what we're going to do. I want to make these shelves, again, more aesthetically pleasing and a little bit more organized. So we're going to go through shelf by shelf and move things into other locations. We talked earlier about another room that you have very close by where they're going to start to make a pile of things. In fact, they've already started to make a pile of things that are going to be shredded. So anything that we find on these shelves that could be added to that pile, we're going to go ahead and have Mary Carol bring those in, and we're just going to keep moving. I will make some suggestions too on things that I would recommend that you buy, or maybe other law firms may have to donate to you, just because we want to keep the paper kind of out of sight. We can put it in binders, we can put it in bins to make it look better and more efficient. We can label things for you, but I think having the papers kind of out in the open creates that physical clutter that we want to try to avoid. Okay, so we're just going to get started. What I love to do is use what either the homeowners or the people in business already have in their possession. So here we've got great stackables, and we're going to make use of them. Okay, what we're doing right now is some of the files that need to belong in this spare room, we're moving from this outside area, again, to keep the paper and some of the physical clutter in a more contained area. So we're going to bring them right in here. The other thing I suggest is office supplies go in the spare room as well, because again, you don't want those kind of out for everyone to see when they come in, because we do have board members that come in for meetings and attorneys. So again, our goal is to try to make this area look a little bit more professional. So we're going to take all the office supplies and we're going to store them in the spare room. Diane, what are these?
They are memorial transcripts.
Okay.
For the last 15, 20 years of deceased attorneys. A memorial service is held each year.
Oh, okay.
And I have to refer to them if an attorney, a client is looking for an original will,
Okay.
I'll go through the transcript, see who took over the files
Oh, so you refer to these a lot.
quite often.
Okay, so what I'm going to suggest to you is that we move these out into that area. We'll get them neat and organized because I'd like to use the top of this area for all of your office supplies. Because again, you don't want the public or other attorneys that are coming in to necessarily see all the office supplies, but if it's reference material that you need, it should be out in your little reference library that we're going to create. Okay? Excellent. The other thing we're going to do for Diana is we're going to make sure that the things that she uses most often are going to be at her eye level. So we may be rearranging and moving some of the things, but we're going to keep in mind the things that she uses most often and keep them very easy for her to reach. Okay, what we're doing in this spare room is we're getting rid of all the items that are going to be shredded. And so that's going to give us room to put some of the items here into some of these file cabinets. So that's what we're doing right now. What I always tell people is, you know, a lot of folks that I work with, they say, well, if it's not in my site, I'll forget about it. And so my tip for people that have to work with a lot of paper, which is what you both have to do, is to keep a to-do list. Now, some people like a written to-do list, other people like a digital to-do list, but you need to put all of the things that you have to do on the to-do list, but then get the items out of sight. You know, but people say, oh, out of sight, out of mind, but you want to start to get used to the fact that you can be very productive but have a clear desk all day long, because what you're going to do is only bring the things that you're using at that time when you're working on that particular task or tasks.
From your to-do list.
Right, and then, so then if this is something you're not going to get to until next week, there's no reason for it to be out. It could be in a desk somewhere, it could be somewhere, so that when you need it, you get it, okay? Well, we're going to finish up this office and make it a beautiful reference library for the Oneida County Bar Association. Stay tuned.